What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back here with another album reaction video. And today we are here with The Clash. Now, this is a different genre than what I've kind of done in the past, I guess. This is punk rock, pretty sure. Well, that's uh, simplifying it a lot. But yeah, it's based around punk, I think. And I haven't really listened to any punk adjacent albums really in the past like years two. I mean, I used to listen to like uh punk rock or not punk rock. What's like Green Day and stuff, you know? What? Let me look it up. Pop punk. Yeah, I listen to a decent amount of pop punk, punk rock, uh, but this is like, I think this is one of the most defining um, albums of that genre, and The Clash as a band was one of the defining bands for that genre. Um, so yeah, this is the album cover. The he seems to be smashing his guitar. The cover of the album has become one of the most famous images in rock and roll history. Oh, you guys can't really see. Um, it features bassist Paul Simon. Oh my God, how do you say that? Simonin smashing his Fender Precision during a gig at the Palladium in New York City on September 21st, 1979. Okay, that's all I read about that. Here, I'm gonna read this over here because I think it gives some good information. Um, I'm blurred. Okay. London Calling, the third album by English rock band The Clash, was released on December 14th, 1979 in the United Kingdom and January of 1980 in the United States. Why not just release it at the same time? Okay. Uh, the album's overall theme is post-punk. Post-punk. Don't know what the difference between post-punk and punk is, but incorporating a wide variety of music styles, including punk, reggae, rockabilly, haven't heard of that, ska, hard rock, pop, lounge jazz, and New Orleans R&B. Really? That's interesting. What am I even getting into? London Calling has impressive subject matter coverage. Topics range from racial conflict, unemployment, and drug use to safe sex, the tragic life of actor Montgomery Clift, and social displacement. The final track on the album, Train in Vain, was intended to be a giveaway promotion deal with NME, but the deal ended up being cancelled at the last minute and the song was added to the album. The album has enjoyed an enormous amount of praise and critical acclaim. From the time of its release to the present day, London Calling was on the top 10 album chart in the United Kingdom, and its title track, London Calling, was a top 20 single. Rolling Stone ranked the album number 8 on their list of 500 greatest albums of all time. Number 8, wow. and they're #1 on their list of the 100 best albums of the 1980s. I thought it was released in 1979. You guys are... Seriously? Okay. Let's go. Track #1, London Calling. I really don't know what to expect. Let's just go. Because that's the best way to... Yeah, let's go. I think this is one of the most popular tracks on here. Oh, 1 second. Alright, let's go. Huh. Interesting. This riff this isn't even like this is like a unique start, you know? This isn't like a traditional start to a rock song. Start with that one note. Huh. Just repeat. I like the bass.
Boys and girls, London calling. Now don't look to us. Phony Beatlemania has bitten the dust. London calling. See, we ain't got no swing except for the rain and the truncheon thing. The ice age is coming. The sun's zooming.
I actually have to kind of pay attention to lyrics.
The wheat is good in. Engines stop running, but I have no fear, 'cause London is drowning. To the imitation zone. Forget it, brother, you can go it alone. London calling to the zombies of death. Quit holding out and draw another breath. London calling, and I don't want to shout, but while we were talking, I saw you nodding out. London calling, see, we ain't got no hide, except for that one.
Interesting.
With the yellowy eyes. The ice age is coming, the sun's zooming in, engines stop running, the wheat is
I feel like I've heard the influence of this album. That's like the first thing that came to my mind. His voice especially. Hold up.
The ice age is coming, the sun's zooming in, engines stop running, the wheat is going in, a nuclear arrow, but I have no fear, 'cause London
This is a catchy chorus.
I live by the river. Now get this! London calling, yes, I was there too. And you know what they said? Well, some of it was true. London calling at the top of the dial. And after all this, won't you give me a smile? I never felt so much alike.
Never felt so much alike. Wow, there's a lot to unpack here. I mean, okay. Okay. That was. I really don't know how to put it into words, really. It was just. I guess a bit more laid back in a way than other stuff I've been listening to recently. Like, I don't know. If it didn't feel like everything was filled with like instruments, it just felt more like they were focusing more on the groove. Um, that's interesting. The bass on here is amazing. I like his voice. Um, it's very different than from what I heard. Like I've heard "Should I Stay or Should I Go" before, and his voice sounds pretty different on here. At least on first listen. It still has like that deeper tone to it, which is interesting. And I noticed that the lyrics here are very, straight to the point. So let's go through a little bit of them. Uh, by the way, I know that on Genius, this is other people's interpretations, and for some reason, people think that this is AI. Like, these interpretations are AI, but they're actually from real people. I mean, look, 3 contributors: Ruben Tasker, Skeletor, Voni. If you want to say all of those people are AI, then I don't know what to say. The world has we've really like lost the difference between AI and humanity sometimes, which is sad. That we're already at this point. London calling to the far away towns, now war is declared and battle come down. This is London Calling was used by the BBC World Service station to identify themselves in broadcasting to occupied countries during World War II. The BBC program London Calling remained in existence until 1993. This is interesting. London Calling to the Underworld. Come out of the cupboard, you boys and girls. Phony Beatlemania has bitten the dust. So I'm guessing by this point it's 1979, 10 years or so after the Beatles broke up. So yeah, that makes sense. Punk groups despise much of the pop music of the 1960s, but even more of their virtue was directed at the progressive rock of the late 60s and early 70s. That's what I meant. It's not as progressive, which can be a good thing, you know? The Beatles, with their massive pop appeal and their later move towards experimental music with Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, and subsequent albums, were emblematic of much of what punks hated. That's interesting. Yeah, maybe maybe this isn't a good album for me to go over, because Sgt. Pepper Lonely Heart Club Band is like one of the best albums in my opinion. If not, no, it's like top 5 in my opinion. Like, and I enjoy progressive stuff personally, so maybe this is gonna be like a mismatch of music taste. I don't know. Beatlemania was a term that originated during the 1960s. Yeah, we know. Okay. London Calling. See, we ain't got no swing, except for the ring of that truncheon thing. Okay, are they criticizing the police? Okay, I don't want to read all of this. Ugh. Fine. The 1960s are often referred to as the swinging 60s because that decade saw the destruction or reduction of many of the social norms associated with Victorian morality. Swinging is slang for being lively, exciting, fashionable, and sexually promiscuous. In 1965, Time magazine christened London the swinging city. But why is he saying we ain't got no swing if it's the swinging city? Truncheon is one of the numerous names for police baton. Oh. Thus, Strummer is saying that by the late 70s, the only swinging in the swinging city was coming from the batons of policemen brutalizing the populace. 1970s London, and England in general, was plagued by numerous riots, most of which involved political extremists. The most explosive of these was the so-called Battle of Lewisham, which occurred in 1977, 2 years prior. The Ice Age is coming, the sun zooming in. Meltdown expected. The wheat is growing thin. Is he talking about, like, global warming? The Ice Age is coming. Man, there's a lot to go through here. I mean, Jesus. I don't think I can go through everything. Engines stop running, but I have no fear, 'cause London is drowning and I live by the river. This comes from concerns that if the river tames... How do you say that? Oh my god. Dude, I swear, if I say that wrong, people are gonna flame me. Most of central London would drown, something that led to the construction of the Thames Barrier. Furthermore, the lyric is a metaphor for London's economic struggles and class inequalities. If the river was presented as the lowest part of the totem pole in London's class system, and Strummer lives by the river, then he'd be the first to drown. Okay. Yes, I was there too, and you know what they said. Well, some of it was true. At the top of the dial, and after all this, won't you give me a smile? I never felt so much alike. Like many of the tracks on London Calling, including the Card Cheat, Revolution Rock, and Jimmy Jazz, the song doesn't end by resolving strongly to the tonic or fading out, as most rock and roll songs do. Instead, it breaks down eerily, with Joe Strummers' cryptic last words, "I never felt so much alike," echoing over Morse code feedback. The characters spelling out SOS In live versions of the song, Strummers sang a complete version. Okay. Lyrically, the song reflects the concern felt by Strummer about world events, with the line about a nuclear error being an allusion to the incident at 3 Mile Island, which occurred earlier in 1979. Joe Strummer has said, "We felt that we were struggling, about to slip down a slope or something, grasping with our fingernails, and there was no one there to help us." The lyrics also reflect the desperation of the band's situation in 1979, struggling with high debt, the lack of management, and arguing with their record label over whether the London Calling album should be a single or double album. Yeah, that's what I noticed, that there's a lot of tracks on here. There's 19 tracks on here, so I mean, it's only an hour, 5 minutes long, but that doesn't really matter, like, because each track has so much depth. This is a really okay, let's keep going. Brand New Cadillac. Ooh, hold up, this is way different. Hold up. That's catchy. Ooh, I like that guitar. Okay. I like this. Balls? What? What? Short song. Okay. No, I honestly don't know what he's talking about. Is he talking about someone stole his Cadillac? How it... My baby drove up in a brand new Cadillac. In 1959, the year this song was written, a brand new Cadillac would have meant a 1959 Eldorado. Huh? This was written in 1959. Oh. It's a 12-bar blues song by Vince Taylor and the Playboys, and featured... It was the first song recorded by The Clash at London Calling's Wessex studio. According to Marcus Gray's Route 19 Revisited, The Clash and London Calling, Topper Head On called Cadillac the first British rock and roll song. Joe Strummer called Vince Taylor, who presented a leather-clad Wildman image and the beginning of rock and roll in England. Really? That was the beginning of rock and roll in England. Really? That's really interesting. She said, "Hey, come here, Daddy. I ain't never coming back." She got the Cadillac from someone else. She's telling the singer she's leaving him for whoever gave her the Cadillac. Oh. Oh. Okay. Just come on back to me. Balls to you. This line, balls to you and Big Daddy, is an improv by Joe Strummer. Vince Taylor, wild as he was, wouldn't have been able to release a record in 1959 with balls to you in the lyrics. What does balls to you mean? Okay. Let's keep going. Jimmy Jazz. And I forgot to mention the producer. This whole album, I think, well, I don't know about the whole album, but it seems like so far every track has been produced by this guy called well, he's literally a guy. Guy Stevens. I'm stupid. Although this... Okay, wait. I'll read that after. Let's go. Oh my god, what? Why did it just... It was on the wrong track. Okay. Let's go. Jimmy Jazz. I just listened to the right song, right? What the heck? Ooh. Slow build up here. Nice whistling. I like whistling. Police are looking for someone. Jimmy Jazz. Police come look for Jimmy Jazz. Is he a criminal or something? They're gonna take the message across the town. Maybe put it down somewhere over the outside. See it gets to Jimmy Jazz. I like the guitar effect on the left side on that guitar. Ooh, jazz elements? Well, it makes sense. Where's Jimmy Jazz? I said, he was here, but he said he went out. He's there looking for Jimmy Jazz. Jazz is got the master gunner. Jimmy Dread. What? Cut off his ears, then they'll chop off his head. Oh, you're looking for Jimmy Jazz. Give thanks. Jazz. What a relief. Sax? Feel like a soldier, look like a thief. It's for the jazz. This is completely different. Why has every song been completely different? Holy crap. In fact, you bother me. Not anymore. I can't take this tale. Oh, no more. It's all around. Jimmy Jazz, Jazz, Jazz.
J-A-Z-Z, J-A-Z-Z, G-Z-Z, J-A-Z-Z.
What? Oh, he's spelling it out.
And then it sucks. He said, suck back.
Ooh. Whoa.
So go look all around. You can try your luck, but and see what you found. But I guarantee you that it ain't your day, your day. It ain't your day.
Dang.
Chop, chop.
What the hell? Yeah. That ending instrumental section was really unique sounding. There was like some instruments in there that I haven't heard? I don't know. Well, I don't know. Maybe I've heard them, but that was just unique. Especially for a rock adjacent type album, I guess. I don't have, I mean, this is pretty simple. I mean, this one at least. Although this jazz blues song is credited to Joe Strummer and Mick Jones, it's no stretch to imagine that Topper Head-On, who had a background in jazz, had some influence. The song is said to have derived from jam sessions during the band's workup for this album. Strummer's semi-improvised lyrics place the listener in the middle of a film noir-like. Why is there so many words that I just don't know how to pronounce? Like world obliquely telling the story of Jimmy Jazz, an outlaw on the run from the police, and Jimmy Dread. Or is Jimmy Dread an alias for Jimmy Jazz? Yeah, it's just about an outlaw on the run from the police. The song is perhaps the most radical departure from the punk genre on the album, and appearing as the third song on the album reinforces the notion that the band was not going to be restricted any longer. Its first live performances prior to the album caused bewilderment among music writers. Mick Jones even introduced the song in Chicago with a mocking, "This is the home of the blues, right?" I thought Chicago was the home of the blues. But while it may be different from any other prior Clash song, it does share some similarities with other London Calling cuts via references to film noir, violent films, Bad Man, ballads, and rude boy reggae. Alright, let's keep going. Hateful. And I don't know, I've already done a lot of reading so far, and we're already 34 minutes into the video, so yeah, I'm probably gonna chill out a bit, but yeah. What is that? What instrument is that? Huh. Is that a synth? Probably a keyboard or something? Wait, what is that instrument? I can't tell. Okay. that transition. Their chorus transitions to the verses are really good. He's talking about drugs. I like the groove. Just consistent groove throughout the whole song. This is one of my favorites so far, actually. Well, I don't know. Ooh. So I think on this song he's talking about how drugs can really be like a double-edged sword, you know? Temporarily, they make you feel good. They make you feel amazing. But they're only temporary. It's only, you know, drugs... Yeah, it's only temporary. So when you're dependent on that too, it's like you really start to see side effects when you're dependent on a drug that isn't necessarily doing good for you, I guess. Yeah, this is just a complicated topic because it's drugs, but yeah. He's pretty much, I think he's talking about how he can get any drug he wants, but it's hateful and it's paid for, and I'm so grateful to be nowhere. It's paid for. Oh, because he's a singer. Because he's got the money. Yeah. So as like a rock star, or whatever you want to call him, you get, you know, he obviously has the money for the drugs. The money isn't the problem. He can get the drugs whenever he wants, is what he's saying. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, that was my interpretation. Could be slightly off, but I mean, who knows the correct interpretation anyway besides the Clash. Okay, let's keep going. Rudie can't fail. Reggae. Oh.
Sing, Michael, sing.
Why does this sound a bit familiar? Is this a popular one? No, not really. Okay. It's 32 million, so decently popular, but must be fun to sing along to. You know what? I noticed that this whole album is, it's gonna be fun to sing along to. There's two different voices going on. Or are they the same voice? Oh no, it's Mick Jones. I like his voice. There's so much content in this album. Pork pie hat? Oh. I guess this is just a thought that randomly came to me. You know, I guess out of all the bands that I would say that I've heard so far that sound the most similar to this is surprisingly Blur. You know, they kind of have like the same. They use all those instruments, unique instruments. They make it sound witty, playful. You know, it's kind of. What was Blur influenced by the Clash? I mean, I'm guessing. But it's, you know, they're still completely different things. I'm just, this is from what I've listened to so far. I'm not saying they're alike. I'm just saying that the Blur is the band that reminds me most of the Clash so far. But yeah, whoops. You know, just the honest commentary about society, daily life, you know? Different people. Now sing, Michael, sing. On the route of the 19 bus, we hear them saying, how can you get so rude and reckless? Don't you be so cruel and feckless. You've been drinking brew for breakfast. Rudie can't fail. Huh. More conservative, well-to-do people on the bus are judging the rude boys for their behavior. They're criticizing them for being nosy and irresponsible and for drinking alcohol in the morning. Wake and bake, am I right? No, just kidding. Why did I just... Special brew is strong, cheap lager favored by alcoholics and poor people like rude boys. Okay. So yeah, this is like social commentary in a way. I know that my life makes you nervous, but I tell you that I can't live in service, like the doctor who's born for a purpose. Yeah, I think I'm gonna move on here. The song revolves around Rudie, who is part of the Rude Boys, a 1960s Jamaican subculture that became popular in the United Kingdom. The Rude Boys were well known for challenging social norms, and is shown by them drinking beer for breakfast. The elders in the song believe Rudie is an irresponsible adult and try to give him advice to get back on the right track. Man, we're only on track number 6. This is and there's no... Oh my god. Okay, let's keep going. Spanish bombs. Huh, I like that, sorry.
Spanish songs in Andalusia, the shooting sides in the days of 39. Oh, please leave the vendana open. Frederico Lockers, dead and gone. Bullet holes in the cemetery wall. The black car of the guy.
I like this
one. Spanish bombs on the Costa Rica. I'm flying in on a DC-10 tonight. Spanish bombs, yo te quiero infinito. Yo te quiero, oh my god, a thong. Spanish bombs, yo te quiero infinito. Yo te quiero, oh my god, a thong. Spanish weeks in my disco casino. The freedom fighters died up on the hill. They sang the red flag, they wore the black one. After they died it was Mockingbird Hill. Back from the buses, went up in flashes. Irish too, drenched in blood. Spanish bombs shatter the hotels. A senorita's roses nipped in the bar. Spanish bombs, yo te quiero infinito. Yo te quiero, oh my god, a thong. Spanish bombs, yo te quiero infinito. Yo te quiero, oh my god, a thong. The hillsides ring with...
I don't usually pause, but there's an interesting guitar going on, or there's an interesting sound that's like ever so subtle, and it sounds like a guitar in the right side, but it's like adding so much. My god.
The people, can I hear the echoes from days of 39?
Oh, it's just this guitar. It's just so soft.
Rock the province, I'm hearing music from another time. Spanish bombs, Costa Brava, I'm flying in on a DC-10 tonight. Spanish bombs, yo te quiero infinito.
Where am I?
Yo te quiero, oh my god, a thong. Spanish bombs, yo te quiero infinito. Yo te quiero, oh my god, a thong. Oh my god, a thong.
This is amazing. Dude. That song was one of my favorites. I really enjoyed the emotion coming through on there. You know, these lyrics are interesting to me personally just because I'm I'm into history and learning about, I guess, past battles and wars and stuff, because they are big moments in history. Some of the biggest moments in history. Spanish songs in Andalusia. So apparently this is about the Spanish Civil War, which I didn't really know about this. I knew about the French Civil War and the Russian Civil War and the American Civil War, but I didn't know that Spain had one too. In 1936, a fascist coup against a democratically elected socialist government triggered the Spanish Civil War, pitting a coalition of right-wing groups, including monarchists and fascists, against a loose alliance of liberals, socialists, communists, and anarchists. The right-wing groups won in 1939 and committed mass killings of opposition groups. It's also worth mentioning that Strummers' ex-girlfriend, Palmolive, was also from Andalusia. Oh, please leave the ventana open. Federico Lorca is dead and gone. Bullet holes in the cemetery walls, the black cars of the Guardia Civil, Spanish bombs on the Costa Rica. I'm flying in on a DC-10 tonight. Spanish bombs. Okay, I'm not even. I can speak some Spanish, but I'm not even gonna say that because my pronunciation is probably gonna be somewhat off. Okay, no, actually, I can do this. I can do this. Spanish bombs. Yo te quiero infinito. Yo te quiero infinito. Yo te recuerda, oh mi corazón. Spanish bombs. Yo te quiero infinito. Okay. Let me know if... I mean... I did learn some Spanish in high school. So that's why I thought I could try that. Translation into English. I love you infinitely. I love you, oh my heart. Although this line sounds good and works in some cases, if infinito... Is that how you say that? That's one of the words I'm least confident about, but... refers to much or immensely, but it actually pigeon Spanish and may be grammatically incorrect. The yo is also an optional / unnecessary addition. The Clash weren't known for their Spanish skills, but they definitely like singing in Spanish. Okay, let's keep going. The Right Profile. Track number 7.
Say, where did I see this guy?
Oh, that reggae type guitar. Yeah. Huh.
Second Street, hustlers rustle and pimp the beat. Money Cliff is recognized at dawn. He ain't got no shoes, who's a thong. And everybody says he alright.
Yes. I love the horns, the jazz elements.
I see a car smashed at night. Cut the applause and dim the light. Money's face is broken on a wheel. Is he alive? Can he still feel? And everybody says he alright. Everybody say shine a light. Everybody say it's not funny. That's Montgomery Cliff.
Man, this is catchy. This is catchy.
Shoot his right profile. Everybody say, is he alright? Everybody say, what's he like? Everybody say, he's sure look funny. That's Montgomery Cliff, honey. In Utah, numbs it all. That I prefer.
That's Montgomery Cliff. Okay, I shouldn't be laughing. This is actually sad. That's actually sad. Where did these jazz elements come from? This is peak! This is peak! Oh! Man. This is... Holy crap. Yeah, this is really starting to hit. This is such an experience. Man, I just got, like, emotional. Okay. You know, I'm just gonna read the annotation for this one, because I am guessing that it pretty much describes the song already, but... The right profile is about American actor Montgomery Clift, with lyrics alluding to his car crash and subsequent alcohol and drug abuse. The time from his crash in 1956 to his death in 1966 was famously called... What? The longest... I don't know if I can say that on YouTube. The longest S word in Hollywood history. I'm just not gonna say it just in case. The longest... What? Why? Because he was dead inside? The first several verses are written from the point of view of a group of passers-by who see Clift in his wrecked car and try to figure out whether they recognize the victim. A bit of narrative license on the part of songwriter Joe Strummers, as the real wreck was witnessed by Clift's friends and he was quickly taken to the hospital. The song then makes reference to Clift's spiraling use of alcohol and depressants after the crash, and even his propensity in his final years of calling out orders to those around him. Huh. That is pretty sad. Now let me look up something. Let me look up who is who here. Okay. Joe Strummers. I'm guessing he's the singer. The writer. He also plays harmonica. What is it with lead singers and being able to play harmonica? Like Robert Plant. Like, I don't... anyway. Interesting. Mick Jones is on keyboard. Paul Simonon, bass guitar. And Topper Headon is on the drum. Nick Shepard is on lead guitar. Don Letts, okay. I'm not gonna go through all of them, but... Okay. Let's keep going. Track number 8, Lost in the Supermarket. This one doesn't have an annotation. Ooh! Those fast drums? Hold up! This is different.
I'm all lost in the supermarket. I can no longer shop happily. I came in here for a special offer.
I really like the guitar usage.
So much as I fell out, nobody seemed to notice me. We had a hedge back home in a suburb, over which I never could see. I heard the people who live on the ceiling scream and fight scarily. Hearing that noise,
I really like his vocals on this one.
that's how it's been all around me.
I feel like I'm getting way more used to his voice. Why does he... Is it me, or does he kind of sound like the singer of New Order here? Or is it just me? Like, yeah, it's still kind of different.
I've got my giant hit discotheque album. I empty a bottle, I feel a bit free. Kids in the halls and the pipes in the walls make me noises for company. Long distance callers make long distance calls, and the silence makes me lonely. I'm lost in the supermarket. I can no longer shop happily. I came in here for the special offer, a guaranteed personality. It's not here. It disappeared. I'm all lost in the supermarket. I can no longer shop happily.
It like went from the left side to the right side, and then back to the left side. I already want to sing along. Oh wait, there is an annotation. Oh. Using a literal supermarket as a wider metaphor for modern life, the song depicts childhood experiences of normalized domestic violence, commonly thought to be Joe Strummers' interpretation of Mick Jones' formative years, set against an adult backdrop of lonely high-rise living and existential angst in a consumerist society. Yeah, I'm all lost. That's how I feel like with modern life. I'm gonna get a bit deep here, I guess, but with modern life, it feels like everything, especially for me recently, it just feels like I'm so small compared to the whole world. And I mean, that's true in a way, because the world is so big and it's just easy to get lost in it, especially as you're growing up. And I can say this from experience. It's just bigger and wider than your mind can even comprehend. So, yeah, I get that feeling. I get that. Let's keep going. Track number 9, Clampdown. Whoa. Whoa. His voice sounds completely different. Dude, every single song is talking about, real things and real problems, and this is amazing. Every single song. It's just filled with so much fucking like, it feels like they're really talking, you know? Like, really saying what they want to say. Huh.
No man born with a living soul can working for the Clampdown. Go over the wall, cause cover must have fall. How could you refuse it?
Where am I?
The fury of the hour, anger can be power. You know that you can use it. Voices in your head are calling. Stop wasting your time. There's nothing coming. Only a fool would think someone could.
Dude, this is so pink.
The men at the factory are old and cutting. You don't own nothing. Boy, get running. It's the bitches of your life they want to steal.
Whoops. Why is my camera kind of low?
But you go up and you
Kind of high, I mean.
down and working for the Clampdown. You stop wearing blue and brown and working for the Clampdown. So you got someone to boss around and make you feel big now. You drift until you brutalize and make your first kill now. In these days of evil positivity, working for the Clampdown. Lately one or two has fully paid their dues. Working for the Clampdown. Hot long and long. Working for the Clampdown. Hot long and long. Working for the Clampdown. Yeah, I'm working hard in Harrisburg. Working hard in Petersburg. Working for the Clampdown. Working for the Clampdown. Hot long and long. Begging to be melted down. And I'll give away no secrets.
I like those organ. I don't know. Is that an organ? Uh. I need a second here. Okay. The kingdom is ransacked, the jewels all taken back, and the chopper descends. They're hidden in the back with a message on a half-baked tape, and the spool goes round saying, "I'm back here in this place, and I could cry and there's smoke you could click on." What? This opening, barely audible monologue sets the scene for the rest of Clampdown. It is the same as throughout the album, end times in a world at war, reduced to rubble. This follows the apocalyptic theme running throughout the record, beginning with the title track. Take off his turban, they said. Is this man a Jew? Working for the Clampdown. Joe Strummer was making a point about nationalistic stereotypes and illogical suspicion of foreign peoples in the rise of the far-right parties such as the National Front. The image is of a group of people accosting a stranger in public. Ironically, they suspect that the turban-wearing man is Jewish, but Jewish people typically do not wear turbans. The man is more likely to be a Sikh? What? How do you say that? They put up a poster saying, "We earn more than you." We will teach our twisted speech to the young believers. We will train our blue-eyed men to be young believers. Okay, I'm just gonna read the annotation, because, yeah. Clampdown means a severe or concerted attempt to suppress something. Its lyrics comment on people who forsake the idealism of youth and urge young people to fight the status quo. This is one of Clash's most complex songs, tackling simultaneously the crushing opposition of capitalism and the dangers of living under fascism. By singing about both here, Joe Strummer equates them. Those who run the workforce in capitalist societies are no less clampdowns than oppressive governments. From the steel plants in Harrisburg to the communists in St. Petersburg. Let's keep going. Guns of Brixton. Yeah, this is a lot. I mean, in my opinion, maybe this album should have been split into 2 discs, because this is just a lot for one album, and you know, that's a good thing. That's a good thing that there's a lot, but for me, like, oh my god, this is taking a long time to go through, but I guess whatever. This is gonna probably be one of my longest videos ever, so I wanna treat the album the way that I would treat it, like, normally, I guess. And I guess this is how I would normally treat it, you know? Except, you know, I'm not gonna go into that, but let's keep going. Track number 10. Ooh, that bass. Slide. Hey, Paul.
How you gonna come with your hands on your head on the trigger of your gun? When the law break in, how you gonna go? Shot down on the pavement or waiting in death row? You can crush us, you can bruise us, but you'll have to answer to. Surely your time will come, as in heaven as in hell.
Whoa. That's hypnotic. Trippy, I mean.
See, he feels like Ivan, born under the Brixton sun. His game is called surviving at the end of the holiday term. You know it means no mercy. They caught him with a gun. No need for the Black Mariah. Goodbye to the Brixton sun. You can crush us, you can bruise us, but you'll have to answer to. Kick at your front door. How you gonna come with your hands on your head or on the trigger of your gun? You can crush us, you can bruise us, and even shoot us, but all
I can tell they're saying a lot in this song. Ugh. Okay. Ugh. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, since going over the lyrics for every single song, it's gonna be too much for the rest of this. Uh, I, I'm on these next songs. I'm only gonna go over lyrics that really like stand out to me, I guess. Because at this point, yeah, I'm getting a bit over the all the reading, I guess, but and all the processing. But um, when they kick at your front door, how you gonna come? SWAT and police raids in general are notorious for their no knock policy, where they will break down your doors, guns blazing, to make sure that they have the upper hand. With your hands on your head or on the trigger of your gun. Huh. Yeah, that's a good point, because how are you supposed to tell if who's kicking in your front door is someone who's trying to hurt you or kill you, or how are you supposed to tell the difference between that and the police? Like, especially off like first impression, like your first reaction to something that jarring, it's gonna be panic. So how are we supposed to tell if, I mean, we're supposed to make like a second judgment based on their appearance, but that is just unfair. Um, when the law break in, how are you gonna go? Shot down on the pavement or waiting in death row? Yeah. Police brutality is still a thing and still going on. And the fact that this was written in 1979 and it's still relevant, it just shows how good this album is. You know, talk about things that are continuous problems. They're really talking about things that are things that really affect society and are maybe not talked about enough, which is interesting. Continuing with his theme of police brutality, Joe Strummer raises the topic of people being shot down by officers on the pavement without a chance to defend themselves or explain their actions. Strummer would also mention a strikingly similar situation on The Magnificent Seven. You can crush us, you can bruise us, but you'll have to answer to, oh, the Guns of Brixton. The Guns of Brixton predates the riots that took place in the 1980s in Brixton. Really? So they even predicted future riots? I don't know about going that far, but the lyrics depict the feelings of discontent that were building due to heavy-handedness of the police that led to the riots. Holy crap, man, that's insane. The recession and other problems at that time. Paul was originally doubtful about the song's lyrics, which discuss an individual's paranoid outlook on life. You don't get paid for designing posters or doing the clothes, he said in an interview published by Basis magazine on October 1990. You get paid for doing the songs. But he was encouraged to continue working on it by Strummer. But surely your time will come as in heaven as in hell. Oh, that featured Paul on the vocals. Ah. Okay. Let's keep going. Em Boyo. Okay. Written by Clive Alfonso. Was originally performed by the Rulers. So this is a cover? Okay. Huh. What the hell? Oh!
Why do you try to cheat?
I like that section.
People under your feet. Don't you know it is wrong to cheat the crying man? Don't you know it is wrong to cheat the crying man? Well, you better stop.
I love when they use these horns, man. There's an organ too. I wouldn't think that this would be on this.
You better stop. It is the wrong Em Boyo.
Alright, I think I'm gonna let this one transition to the next track.
Billy Boy has been shot, and Stagger Lee's come out on top. Don't you know it is wrong to cheat the crying man? Don't you know it is wrong to cheat the Stagger man? You better stop. Hey, it is the wrong
Man, is that organ? This organ is doing so much.
all over again. Don't you know it is wrong? Play it, Billy, play. Don't you know it is wrong? Play it, Billy, play. You will find it is the right Em Boyo. If you must lie and deceit,
The right Boyo?
people under your feet. Don't you know it is wrong to cheat a trying man? Don't you know it is wrong to cheat a trying man? You better stop. It is the wrong Em Boyo. Hey, it's the wrong Em Boyo.
Okay.
It is the wrong Em Boyo. It is the wrong It is the wrong
Huh.
Em Boyo. Wrong Em Boyo.
Whoa. I really like the production and mixing on here too. Like, everything is like mixed really well. Dude. I've never heard anything like this, I'm gonna be honest. Why does every single song sound so different? I'm not kidding, dude. How, And there's like 19 tracks on here. That's just insane. They always start off with these different drum patterns too. It's just... Oh my god. Okay, Jesus. Woohoo!
They say I love, you say okay. Don't wanna play the show. Now all you're thinking was a death or glory now. Playing the blues and pain.
The groove.
Better now. Death or glory. Just another story. Death or glory. Just another story. In every dingy basement, on every dingy street, every dragon hang back over every dragon beat. That's just the beat of time. The beat that must go on. You've been trying for years. We already heard your song. Death or glory becomes just another story. Death or glory.
How are we still producing
Another story.
so many catchy choruses?
Got my
Yeah, that drum. These drums, dude.
mind, long time. Got to travel over mountains. Got to travel overseas. We gonna fight your brother. We gonna fight till you lose. We gonna raise trouble. We gonna raise hell. We gonna fight your brother. Raise hell.
Oh,
Just another story. Death or glory. Just another story. Death or glory. Just another story. Death or glory. Just another story.
let's keep going. I'm feeling the keep going train.
Elevator going up in the gleaming corridor of the 51st floor. The money can be made if you really want some more. Executive decision, a clinical precision. Jumping from the windows filled with indecision. I get good advice from the advertising world. Treat me nice, party girl. Go get live where there isn't any. So freeze, man, freeze. It's the pause that refreshes in the corridors of power. When tough men need a top up long before the happy hour. Your snakeskin suit and your alligator boot. You don't need a long legs, you can take it to the bed. I get my advice from the advertising world. Treat me nice as the party girl. Go get live where there isn't any. So free, free. Coca Kola advertising and
Is he talking about cocaine?
Strolling down the Broadway in the rain. Neon light signs says it. I read it in the paper. They're crazy. Yes, it's your life. Maybe so. In the White House. I know. All over Berlin. They do it for years. And in Manhattan. Coming through the door is a slum nose 40.
What?
The barrel can't snort. It can spatter on the floor. Your eyeballs feel like pinballs and your tongue feels like a fish. You're leaping from the window saying, don't give me nothing. Coquette life, advertising world of treat me nice as a party girl. Coquette life, where there isn't any, so freeze. Man, freeze. Hit the deck.
Let's keep going. We're on a good run here. I'm feeling the music more at this point. Oh! Dude, this is not normal. This is just, it's not. This is, it's just, every single song. I mean, okay. I just had to do that because I'm just, there's no other way to show my, like, that I'm just blown away. We're 14 tracks in, and the quality is still just top notch. This is... I love the usage of these horns. This is insane. The piano and the
He only wants it for time, away from the darkest door. But his luck it gave in as the dawnlight crept in and he lay on the floor. From the 100-year war to the Crimea with the lance and the musket and the Roman. To all of the men who have stood with no fear in the service of the king. Before you met your fate, be sure you did not forsake your lover. May not be around anymore.
That was one of the best songs I've ever heard. This is truly special. Well, that was on the same album? Like, yo. Okay. There's a solitary man crying, "Hold me." It's only because he's a lonely. And if the keeper of time runs slowly, he won't be alive for long. If he only had time to tell of all of the things he planned, with a card up his sleeve, what would he achieve? It means nothing. To the opium dens and the barroom gin. Huh. The gambler's face cracks into a grin as he lays down the king of spades. Oh, so this is actually about, like, someone playing cards? In card reading, the king of spades reversed is viewed as a dishonest lawyer. He is a stern lawgiver who is not easily swayed by emotion. It is representative of a dark-haired person who is intelligent and authoritative in judgment and is not easy to get along with. But the dealer just stares. There's something wrong here, he thinks. Even the dealer... Okay, this one has 0 likes, but I'll read it anyway. Even the dealer, the system, the military, the kings and leaders who ask people to fight and die as soldiers is questioning itself. The system and those who represent the system need to think about why they are engaging in the killing of other human beings for any reason, not just playing the game by the rules. Yeah, so like actually thinking for yourself and not just going along with what everyone else wants. The game... Wait, what? They are... Also a reference to the card that was just laid down in the previous stanza. The King of Spades is a strong card in almost any card game, but the dealer thinks there's something wrong with the leadership. The King and Spade is a dark symbol of burying and death. Okay, but maybe that's a bit of a stretch, I don't know. The gambler is seized and forced to his knees and shot dead. This is about being a soldier, which is an enormous gamble that often results in death. It's not really about card games. You play a strong king card and die for that king card. That's an interesting interpretation. He only wanted more time away from the darkest door, but his luck, it gave in as the dawn light crept in, and he lay on the floor. From the 100-Year War to the Crimea, with a lance and a musket and a Roman spear, to all of the men who have stood with no fear in the service of the king. Before you met your fate, be sure you did not forsake. Your lover may not be around anymore. There's a solitary man crying, "Hold me." It's only because he's lonely. And he is lonely because he chose the path away from his loved ones, to love country, to love duty as a soldier instead. This was a choice he chose without knowing how alone he would be. Huh. That's an interesting ass song. Just so many different stories and things being talked about, you know? Let's keep going. Lovers Rock. Guitar solos in here have been amazing too.
Yeah, you teach your lover go right to make lovers rock.
I mean, true.
Know the place you can get to make lovers rock. Everybody knows it's a crying shame, but nobody knows about baby's name when she forgets that thing that she had.
This one's more poppy, I guess, catchy. Okay, wait, never mind. Changing up.
You lost that grubby feeling. Yeah, hey. Ridiculous, isn't it? That's what they call it.
Backing vocals. Huh, so a lot of the members in the band have good voices. That's cool. Okay, I'm gonna keep going.
Well, they were given the grace to go right in the sun. They loosened the screws at the back of the tongue. They don't know one, but they had begun. For horsemen. They were given all the foods of
that guitar
vanity.
sounded
And all the
good.
the promise
It was
of
like
immortality.
exciting.
They live in the dust, screaming insanity. For horsemen. One was over the edge, one was over the cliff, one was licking them dry with a bloody great split. They picked up a hiker, didn't want to live for the horsemen. You're not searching, are you now? You're not looking anyhow. You're never gonna ride a lonely mile. Or put yourself up on the trial. Oh, you told me how your life is so bad, and I agree that it does seem sad. But that's the price that you gotta pay for lazing all around all day. Oh, and they're coming right through. Oh, and they're pissing by you. Make you look like you're wearing a dress. Oh, and it's gonna be
This one's good, but it's not as catchy.
Offending the mind. We cleaned out their pockets and we drank them blind. So long way to the finish, so don't get left behind. By those horsemen.
Seems like a higher pace.
And they gave us the grace that went right in the sun. To loosen the screws at the back of the town. We just told nothing about what was to come. For horsemen. We live on the rock and roll. We know your rocket soul. We read the book, all the numbers cannot breathe. We read the pieces, all the hearts cannot beat.
Facts.
We read the dust, all around cannot beat. We know our rock and roll. We know your rocket soul. We know your rock and roll. We know your
Damn.
rocket soul.
Ooh, dude, that guitar. The way, like, I don't even know how to put it. It's like hypnotic for a second at the end there. What was that? Okay, I'm just gonna read this. Four Horsemen is a reference to the four horsemen of the apocalypse, who, according to the book of Revelation, were be unleashed upon the world as harbingers of the apocalypse. The title is therefore self-referential and represents the band themselves. At first implicitly, then stated explicitly as the titular horseman. Gonna have to look more into that one, but okay. We're almost at 2 hours on the video. I honestly didn't think this would be this long, but because when I first looked at the album length, it says it's an hour 5 minutes, but I've obviously been talking after every track quite a bit and looking at the lyrics. Let's go. Actually, I'm gonna take a quick second. Alright, let's go. Final last 3 tracks. I'm Not Down. And honestly, at this point I'm probably not gonna go through lyrics because yeah, Maybe on... I don't know. Let's go. This is sung by Mick Jones. I liked his voice earlier.
If it's true, rich man leads a sad life. That's what they say from day to day. And what do all the poor do in their lives on Judgment Day with nothing to say? I've been beat up, I've been thrown out, but I'm not down. I'm not down.
I grew.
I've been shown up, but I've grown up, and I'm not down. No, I'm not down. On my own, I face the gang of jeering in strange streets. Oh, when my nerves are pumping and I felt my fearing, I didn't run. I was not done. I've been beat up, I've been thrown out, but I'm not down.
That guitar.
Not down. I've been shown up, but I've grown up, and I'm not down. No, I'm not down. I've lived that kind of day when none of your sorrows will go away. Go down and hit the floor, down and down for more depression. But I know there'll be some way when I can swing everything back my way. Like skyscrapers rising up, floor by floor, I'm giving up. So you rock around and think that you're the toughest in the world, the whole wide world. But you streets away from where it gets the roughest. You ain't been there. I've been beat up, I've been thrown out, but I'm not down. No, I'm not down.
Agreed.
But I've grown up, and I'm not down. No, I'm not down. I'm not down. No, 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 I'm not
Let's keep going. Whoa. What the? Oh, that's nasty. In a good way.
This here revolution rock. Be careful how you move back. You dig me in mid back, and I'm so pilled up that I right now. I have got the sharpest knife, so I got the biggest slice. I got no time to do battle. Hey, everybody smash up your seats.
Is this like the longest track on here? I think it is.
This here music mash up the nation. This here music causes sensation. Tell your mom.
I hear the reggae influence in this one, for sure. There's been a lot of reggae influence. Woo! Dude! How are we 18 tracks into the fucking album and it still sounds so different, dude? This is how is this not like I guess it's not progressive. It's just like every single song is like a different has different influences and different elements, I guess. I don't know. Huh.
Keep my good eye on the beat, living on the 6th Street. I ain't got no time for that. Hey, everybody smash up your seat and rock to this brand new beat. This is music, mash up the nation. This is music, cause a sensation. Tell your mama, tell your pop, everything gonna be alright. Can't you feel it? Don't ignore it. Gonna be alright. Revolution rock. Yeah, so get that cheese grater going against the grain. Wearing you down. Pressure increase. Everybody smash up your seats and rock to this brand new beat. This is music, mash up nation. This is music, cause a sensation.
Interesting drums.
Forget your brother, everything gonna be alright. Can't you feel it? Don't ignore it. Gonna be alright. Revolution rock. To the coolest mobsters in Kingtown, with the hardest eyes and the cruelest tone. Is your heart so made of rock that the blood must run round the block? Are you listening, mobsters? Hey, all people crawl, gotta die, while cargo food goes rolling by. It's food for thought, mobsters. Young people shoot their days away.
I love the vibe on this
I
one,
sit down
man.
thrown away. Are you
That's so
loan
good.
sharks?
It's just so good. Oh my god.
The organ play, and they dance it to the brand new beat. This is music, my God nation. This news cause a sensation. Tell your mama, tell your papa, everything will be alright. Can't you feel it?
Yeah. I can feel it, bro. I can feel it.
I say revolution.
I'm feeling so much.
There's that old cheese grater. Rubbing me down. This must be
I
the way
love this fucking... What is that? Trumpet? I don't know.
Here's a cheap bit. Oola, oola, oola. Any song you want. Play a request now on the bandstand.
Ah!
Flash combo. Break $15 a day. Weddings, parties, anything. And bongo jams are specialities.
Dude, I haven't said this yet, but I really like how this singer, or all of these singers basically, but this, what is this? I forgot his name already. Oh my god. I forgot. Joe Strummer. I really like how he approaches his vocals over the music. I don't know. His voice is just like, it's got like a natural swagger to it, and I don't know. I guess that's the best way I can put it. And sometimes it feels like he's more talking than singing, but that works so well for especially for this song, for the vibe of this song. I mean, it's still singing, but you know what I mean? It's not like he's carrying out his notes like a opera singer or whatever. Um, and I think that's part of why it's so good. Um, let's not forget about the drums, the bass, the guitar, too, though. I mean, okay, last track, Train in Vain, and surprisingly, this is like one of the more popular ones. So, okay, oh my god, dude, let's just finish this. Whoa. Whoa. This one's catchy. Bass is interesting. It's like, wow, this bass. Wow. Ah, the harmonica. I just got chills, like, just from finishing that track. Just from finishing this album, I just got chills. That just says everything. Oh my god. I'm glad that even though that was 19 tracks, I'm glad that I listened to the whole thing. I, I don't know why. I mean, I could have split this into 2 videos if I really wanted to, but man, that was one of the best albums I've ever listened to. I'm not gonna lie, and I can see why it's so critically and popularly uh, praised. I can see, even on first listen, you know. I I really wasn't expecting this level of diversity in this album. It I mean, I've been saying this the whole fucking video. The whole video. But every single track to me sounded different. You know how in some albums you get tracks that sound similar to each other, but there wasn't really any in here that sounded similar. I mean, sure, there were some of the same elements, but they could continue to add on new elements, and like every single track. It's interesting because they don't like being called, or they don't like being the progressive rock or whatever, from what I first saw in here, but at the same time, they're kind of following that same formula. I mean, every single song on here is different, and that's progressive in a way, isn't it? I mean, unless I'm misunderstanding the word of progressive, then the meaning of progressive possibly am. So, yeah, this one's pretty simple to understand. Typical "why'd you leave me?" No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. There's way more to this song than that. I'm not gonna go through it right now though, because we're already 2 hours, 2 hours 17 into this, and yeah, gonna conclude it kind of quickly here. Thanks for watching. I mean, that was one of my favorite first listens, to be honest. And this is gonna be. I hope you guys enjoyed this, because this was fun for me. Leave a like and a sub if you enjoyed. I also have a Patreon and a Discord server in the description if you'd like to check those out. On my Patreon, there's some unmuted and some more reactions on there that were taken off YouTube. For example, my King Crimson reaction was taken off YouTube, so that's on there. But yeah, just wanted to plug that real quick, because I don't really plug it enough. Maybe I should have plugged it at the beginning of the video. Damn it. I'll probably add another section in there, because I'm not selling out, because you guys have the option to I have this thing in my head where I feel like if I talk about something that benefits me or gives me money, that I'm like a sellout. But you guys completely have the option whether or not to do this. So I'm not really a sellout. Anyway, that's gonna conclude it. I don't have too much else to say. I mean, that was... I said a lot throughout after each track, so yeah, I feel like I've said pretty much everything I wanted to say. Um, Peace out, everyone. This was fun. Uh, oh, I probably am. After hearing that, I'm probably gonna do some more. Uh, The Clash. Let me know which one you want me to do next. If you want me to go to their first debut, The Clash, self-titled, and then go on from there. I'd probably do that if those are good enough. I mean, probably are. And then they have Combat Rock, which is, you know, another, probably their second most popular album. Or no, it may be their most popular album. But yeah, peace out, everyone.